Usually I start these things off with a joke, but where we're going, we don't need jokes. Here's the car. I was shooting it hanging out of another car. Obviously, I needed to do some warp stabilizer to make myself look like a much better camera operator. Then I just did a 2D track and applied that to a Knoll, and then to that Knoll, I parented several layers of particular. This first one, which is just a beam on the top shooting toward the front of the car, then some beams on the side, which is my second particular layer. Then my third particular layer were these flying electron particle things flowing about. Then my fourth one was this portal type thing opening up on the front. Then I used some masks and some diffuse glow from Universe to make the car glow, because cars glow, we need time travel. Then I used some stock spark effects, added them under the tires, because sparks fly out from under your tires, we need time travel. And then I added a flare from Knoll Light Factory, because flares happen whenever visual effects happen. And then we had our shot. I got 2 plates for the next shot, one with Ben and Matt just standing there, and one with the car just drifting through the shot. So then I combined the shots, I sped the car up, I cut it out with a mask, super dirty, and then I used RG Shadow from Red Giant Warp to add a little bit of shadow underneath the car, and then Streak Blur from Red Giant Universe to create some forced motion blur on the car. Added my illumination, added on my particle layers, added my flare, and then had it disappear with a flare. So then in the movies, when it time travels, there's a reverse explosion that happens. So I actually took 3 reverse explosions, formed them together to create one super reverse explosion. Then for this particular shot, for the iconic fire trails, I used some fire from Video Copilot's Action Essentials 2 with an animated mask to bring it into the shot, and then I used a 2-color ramp from a Red Giant Universe to make the bottom of the fire blue. Then I brought all the elements into the shot, used Color Matcher from Red Giant Keying Suite to blend it into the shot better. Then we have this shot, one of the most iconic shots from the entire film. I tried to use the Action Essentials fire for this shot, but it just didn't look right from this angle and perspective, and it was too thin. So I took some fire from Rampant Design Tools Fire Pack, and I used that to create a sprite particle to use in particular. So I did some coloration. I added a tint to get rid of the saturation. I added a Video Copilot's Color Vibrance plugin, and then I created a mask at the little bottom of the fire. And I used that mask to apply to another tint filter and another color vibrance filter to make that blue. So now the bottom of it was very, very vibrant blue without any kind of drop off into the orange. Then I applied Unmult from Red Giant Universe to get rid of the black from the image without having to do a blend mode. So then, in particular, I set my particle to be a sprite and to reference that sprite layer that I've created. And now this is what I get. It's really cool looking fire trail. So I obviously create a second fire trail. Then I add some smoke with Trapcode Partucular. Particular is able to make really great looking smoke. Add that. I added some glow with just an orange solid and some masks. And then I mask out the legs. Then in my next shot, added the fire trails, added the smoke, added the glow. Then I needed to add the license plate. On Turbo Squid, I found this great Back to the Future license plate. Brought it right into Element 3D. Used the shadow from within Element 3D. Animated the spin and the fall, added some dust to create some smoke fog coming off of the license plate, and then brought it into the rest of the shot, blending it with some color matcher. Then this last shot, I had the guys pretend they were getting hit by a car. I rotated them out, did some puppet tool work to make them stretch further back to look painful. Then I took another plate that we got of the car driving through. I cut out the car, put a blue overlay over it because that's what the DeLorean looks like when it comes out of time travel. I animated the guys to fly out of frame with the car, added some smoke, added some flare, added some camera shake, and you're welcome, Internet.